Evening. Today we'll take up the class regarding the Giprock works. Yes, today's topic is Giprock plaster or gypsum plaster. You will be knowing it, most of you. So in this, we have contents of introduction, tools required, materials, step-by-step procedure. So introduction, it's bonded. So it is one of the material which we apply for Giprock Elite 92 bonded. So bonded has a unique single product formulation that imparts strong chemical and mechanical bond, thus eliminating entire activity of surface preparation and providing a strong bonding between gypsum plaster and substrate surface. So we'll just apply the bonded using a roller. It mainly comes from brands, some of the brands like Saint Gobain. Giprock Elite 90. It's a brand which we are using, the gypsum. Just a minute. Yes, Giprock Elite 90 is a gypsum-based plaster suitable for application on most of internal backgrounds, including brick, block, and concrete. It consists essentially of gypsum hemihydrate formulated with the special additives to control working and setting characteristics. It contains a lightweight exfoliated aggregate to improve plaster workability, coverage, and application. It dries to provide a white, smooth, and matte finish. So basically, when you do the Giprock, whenever there is a lot of undulation. So in my one construction, what happens? We are using the Giprock in most of the wall. If you are not doing the Giprock work, if you are not doing the my one shuttering, even for a normal wall also you can do it. If your wall has more undulation, then you can do the gypsum plaster, and upon that you can take the putty finish. Tools required for surface preparation and bonded application. It's a 4-inch angle grinding machine, 2-inch masking tape, German brush, 4-inch paint brush, 9-inch painting roller. Tools required for Giprock Elite 90. Spirit level of 2 meters, straight edge, L angle, L angle for checking the corners actually. Not only checking, to make it a sharp edge also, we have to use the L angle, 1 by 1.5 inch, 8-inch putty blade, 4-inch floater, and tarpaulin to cover your base surface, tile surface. Okay, this is a Giprock bonded. It's a green in color. Approximate coverage 5 square meter per kg. There is a drying time of 24 hours. Shelf life 6 months from manufacture date. Application temperature range from 5 to 45 degrees Celsius. Open time for plastering 2 to 10 days. So what is this open time? So once you apply the bonded on your smooth concrete surface, so there is an open time of 2 to 10 days. After you apply the bonded, within 2 to 10 days, you have to do the Giprock plaster. So basically what happens, Giprock plaster has a grainy finish. Sand kind of a grain will be there, aggregates will be there in that. So once you apply that, so because of that grainy finish, once you do the Giprock plastering, it will bond it. It will hold that Giprock material. So this is a Giprock Elite 90. This is what we are using in our site. So it's 50% lighter than conventional sand cement plaster. Initial setting time 20 to 22 minutes. Final setting time 22 to 25 minutes. So it states that it quickly sets within 3 minutes. But it won't get hardened up. So after 6 to 10 hours only, it will get totally hardened up. But the final setting time, once you apply the water, so this is the time for your workability to apply it on the wall. Coverage 6.5 kg per square meter at 12 mm thickness. So it can go up to maximum of 20 mm, no issues. So there won't be any adhesion, there no adhering issue will come if you go up to 20 mm. A single coat should not exceed 13 mm in thickness. So if you are going with the 20 mm, so you can go with the 13 mm, and after some time living within the final setting time, you can go for one more coat on top of that. So there is a shelf life of 3 months from the manufacture date. Now we'll come to step-by-step procedure. After de-shuttering, brown tape to be removed. So brown tape you will apply for your shuttering surface. So all the brown tape or masking tape has to be removed and area should be cleaned. Surface should be grinded to remove brown tape and protruding and freely attached material, and should be free from mold oil. You can see here, surface to be cleaned with a brush, broom to ensure dust-free surface. Stir the content of bonded thoroughly before use. So this is very important. So what I told you, like there is a grainy thing, sand type of particle will be there in this, and if you don't stir it properly, the sand particle will settle in the down. So if you, without stirring, if you apply the bonded, there is absolutely no use of it. So there should be a grainy finish with the bonded. Masking tape to be provided for around the wall to apply bonded to the corners. So to just for a demarcation, you can have the masking tape applied. And if you are doing for the entire wall, there is no need of this masking tape to be applied. If you are applying only at the corners, then you can go with the masking tape. You can see here we are applying only at the corners. So that is the reason masking tape has been applied. You can see this applied surface, apply bond it to dry for around 24 hours. Then the surface is ready to apply the gypsum plaster within 10 days. Button fixing with the thread at all the corners with the reference of 8 to 10 mm. So just like a plastering, you have to give the button marks to just check the what is the level you are getting, plastering level. Strips to be made with the help of button mark for application of Giprock. So unlike in our plastering, we don't do the strip, we only give the button marks. First in the gypsum, if you do the strips like this, so it is of more use in your later stage. You can see here, we have done the strip. So whatever bull mark is coming, we have provided the strip with this. Internal Giprock finishing to be completed. Then corner line finishing can be done perfectly. If spillage of Giprock is more on the wall to be protected with LDP sheet. If spillage is more, usually it's not required. If spillage is more, then you can go with the LDP sheet. This is a LDP sheet. So this is Giprock completed area. Gypsum board work at apartment common area. So in this, contents will be introduction, tools required, step-by-step procedure, conclusion, recommendations. So introduction, it is one of the finishing activity which converts the common passage area, plumbing works and fireworks, and it gives aesthetic appearance. So when it goes to high-rise apartment, there is a fire line running inside the flat, fire pipelines. So to cover the fire plumbing line, we do the cornice work using the gypsum plaster. Tools required, taping knife, measuring tape, marking pencil, spirit level, working table, applicator, electrical drill with the clutch attachment, joint paper tape, fiber tape, right angle, sandpaper. Step-by-step procedure with the required explanation and photos. Mark the required level of sealing around the wall by pencil. Fix the perimeter channel along the marking by using screws and place the intermediate sealing section by giving proper spacing. Fix this section to the perimeter channel by means of screwing. Cut the gypsum board for required size by minimizing the wastage. Make V-groove at board to board joint to give a proper bonding between two boards and avoid cracks in future. So wherever the joint is coming, you can make use of the fiber mesh. See, this is the board what we have used. It's a gypsum board. So usually it comes around 150 to 180 mm for us to hide our fire line. Remove cut paper edges along V-groove by sandpaper. You can see this board fixing we are done. Place the board in a position and fix the board to sealing section and perimeter by means of screw at a spacing of 300 mm center to center. Tight the screw up to 1 mm or 2 mm inside the board to avoid thickness of putty. So you can see here, first we have done the framing work, aluminum framing, 25 mm framing it is. And to that, we have fixed the board. Fill the V-groove and wall to board junction by gypsum component. Leave for setting and sand the joint area properly to avoid thickness of putty. So all the joint area. Fix the fiber mesh at the joint such that mesh should be equally fixed on both the boards and wall to board. Ensure the mesh throughout the joint fiber mesh at wall to board junction. So as I told you, just like our internal trusting, how you fix the diamond mesh, same thing here fiber mesh will fix. Chicken mesh will fix in plaster, Just like that, here in gypsum work will fix the fiber mesh in place of chicken mesh. Apply the second coat of gypsum component on mesh. Sand the area before going to do putty. So you can see V-groove, gypsum board, gypsum component filled in V-groove. So fiber tape, joint paper tape. So this is how it is done. This is a V-groove. This is gypsum board. So fiber mesh is fixed over here. And upon that, the second coat. It's a sectional view of that after cutting. Thank you. Any doubts in this? Okay, I will end up the session today. Tomorrow we'll go with the my one shuttering works.